And I know you introverts are gonna be like, well, what about me? You all be on social media too, so don't even play. Hey, it's me, it's Dee. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing with Hit That Shit Saturday, or rather, Sunday. Sorry about the late upload, guys. This week was a mess. My iron was low, people were bugging, the world was bugging. I don't know what else to tell you except I'm sorry. I have nothing else to offer except for my smiles. Before we get into today's video, first we're gonna do a little homework check. So as you all know, we did a weekly audit last time. I don't know if you can see any of this. A weekly audit. I will also do a zoomed in version where you will get to see all of the nonsense that happened, including the 2 days that I didn't completely fill in, being the second day and the 6th day. So I don't know what it is with those even numbers, but they just didn't happen. So I want you all to comment down below right now what it is that you learned from doing this weekly audit, and what is one of the habits that you found on your habit tracker / life audit that you want to change in the coming weeks as we prepare to figure out what in the world our goals are going to be for the rest of 2020. You'll have had plenty of time to comment down below. If you didn't, I know that you didn't fill out the homework or you didn't watch the last video, which means that you need to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna link it up here. Is it this side? I think it's this side. We're gonna say it's this side. Look over here for that. And yeah, I don't know what you all were doing. Let's get into the rest of the video. Let's hit it. In today's video, we are going to not be talking about life audit anymore. We're going to get back to that later, at a later date. I promise it all comes together. I planned this out. This week, instead, we're going to be talking about finding comfort within yourself. Now, what in the world do I mean by that? I'm glad you asked. In order to figure out what it is that you want to do with your life, I personally think that it's really important to be able to get in touch with yourself. A lot of people have issues with this notion just because they don't actually feel comfortable being entirely with themselves. It is almost akin to those people who don't really like meditating because you're just kind of in your own head. No music, no media, no other people, nothing like that. And a lot of people have issue with that because they don't want to think about certain things and they just don't want to be left alone with their thoughts, which I think is an issue. I think that you should be able to enjoy yourself and love yourself enough that you can be just in your own mind at times. Obviously not all the time because humans are social creatures and we should be around other people. But, and I know you introverts are gonna be like, well, what about me? You all be on social media too, so don't even play. This is specifically gonna be geared towards the people who literally take negative time for themselves, are always on the run, are always on their phone, are always doing something. Detach from your phone. It is not a living being. I know it's cute. I know lock screens can be cute and everything, but we'll get into what the challenge for this week is going to be afterwards. What we're going to do right now is, again, making you all do work during the video. Now, ooh, upgrade. I'm really being a teacher this time. Wow. But what we're going to do is you're going to write down 10 things that you like about yourself. Yes, they have to be 10. Yes, they have to be unique. We're going to take the time and do that together because I didn't plan this out in advance. My bad. You can do this on a random sheet of paper, or you can look down in the description box below for this week's download. If for some reason you cannot come up with 10, hopefully the rest of this the rest of this activity will help you be able to find more of that, but I still want you to try and write down 10. Even if it's something superficial or if it's something very minute, as long as you can identify parts about yourself that you like and that you would like to enhance in the future. things that you want to build upon, that you want to add upon. This can be a skill that you like your hair, that you like how you talk to people, you like that you're a good cook. Just random things like that. So we're going to do that now. I'm not going to give you all actually enough time to write it all out, so do that on your own time. Sorry. Just pause the video. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay, I actually went over 10, and that's not to brag, it was just because my last one, which is actually kind of a double-edged sword because it's sometimes annoying for people to come up and ask me for directions and questions all the time because I have a really nice face, supposedly. This also means that a lot of unwanted attention, people come and bother me, but I thought of that because it also means that a lot of people feel like they can trust me to a certain extent. And so when Starbucks used to do their 2-for-1 deals for their fraps on whatever their Starbucks days were, I went up to a random person who was just like in the little square outside of my job, or not square, circle outside of my job in DC, because my job was like here and Starbucks was like here, and then the plaza was here. And so I just went up to this random lady and I was like, hey, you want some free Starbucks? I have an extra one if you walk over here with me. And I had a great conversation with her. So that was great. Just random thought. I really enjoyed that time. Last summer was pretty good. This summer, we'll see. So I'm actually just going to get straight into what this week's assignment is. Mainly because I don't have to spend all the time introducing what's going on now. And I kind of already told you what the point of this video and this week is going to be about. It's also 3:40 and I'm tired. It's not my fault that I filmed this late, guys. If it was up to me, I wouldn't. But what you're gonna do this week, and if you already opened, downloaded, and or printed the worksheet, then you're gonna see what I'm talking about. But like I was saying, a lot of people have trouble spending time with themselves, just kind of, I'm not even going to say meditating, because I'm honestly not the best at meditating. And the point of this is not to clear your mind. It's just to let your thoughts flow. So what you're going to do is every day this week, for the next 7 days, you're going to take 20. This may seem like a lot to some. This may seem like nothing to others. I chose 20 because I thought that it was a nice middle ground where it wasn't too long, but it was enough time that you would have time to think. And it's also going to feel a lot longer than a normal 20 minutes because you are going to isolate yourself from everyone else. You're not going to watch TV. You're not going to listen to music unless it's just some like light background music, because if I'm being honest, I get paranoid sometimes. I don't know why. I just like some light background music. No words, no lyrics, none of that. Don't do it. If you like analyzing instrumentals and things like that, just nothing, absolutely nothing. And most importantly, no phones. Put it on silent, put it on vibrate, something. If you have someone who's dependent on you for emergencies or other things like that, I would say to either do it at a time when you know that they're good and where they are, or put everything else on silent except for calls from that person if we need to make that a priority, which in some cases we do. Every day during those 20 minutes, you're just going to let your mind wander. You're going to think whatever comes into your head. If you want to think about something in particular, like an idea that you have, all the better. Now, again, you can use a random piece of paper, your journal, the worksheet that I have provided for you. Up to you. I don't care what it is. But during that 20-minute span, you are going to just sit there, think about nothing, have nothing around you, and then either during or after, depending on how your train of thought goes, or if you know that you're gonna forget something and there's something that you just want to write down, do it then. Write it down and keep track of it. This is just gonna like help you figure out if there are any patterns in the things that you're thinking about. Is there something that's consistently on your mind? Is there something that has been bothering you, be it good or bad, that you need to investigate more? Do you need to start pursuing something different? That's what this week's activity is about. If you want, you can continue doing the life audit. I might, just because I noticed that I did really well at first and then I kind of fell off because my iron was low, and that's unfortunately a frequent occurrence. But at least I have track of like the significant difference that I had in my mood and my work day and just other things like that. That is all I have for you this week. I hope that you found it helpful, and I hope that you tune in next time. If you want to leave another comment about one of the things that you wrote down that you liked the most about yourself, I would love to read them because I just think that it's great to get into people's heads sometimes. Until next time, bye!